I've played Minecraft for about 10 years at this point, and so I think out of everyone, I'm pretty high up there in the list of most qualified people to talk about the Minecraft movie. So after watching it in cinemas a couple days ago, here's my spoiler-free review on a Minecraft movie. So, I went into this movie, to be honest, not expecting too much. Just a fun time, some Easter eggs, references and cameos, and well, I ended up getting a little bit more than what I came for. The movie was fun, I thought the jokes were funny, the actors were pretty good, the CGI was much better than expected from the trailers, and there are plenty, and I mean plenty, of cameos and Easter eggs for Minecraft players to find. First, let's talk about what most of you are probably wondering. The CGI. I thought the CGI wasn't too bad. There was nothing groundbreaking, of course, but however, there are only a few points in the movie where I could go, yes, that is clearly CGI or green screened or etc. That really brought me out of it. Other than that, you really kind of got used to the really weird looking, realistic Minecraft visual style, and I think it did that style pretty well. Some people don't like the animals, like the sheep or the llama or the chicken. I thought they were done pretty good. Yeah, as I said, not many places where I could actually say, yes, this is clearly CGI or green screen. Although there were also nowhere where I was like, this looks so incredible, I would totally believe this to be real, if that makes sense. But I think that's fine. It's a video game movie, and video games are supposed to be funny and quirky, I guess. And Minecraft especially follows this rule because, well, just look at me. I'm an orange dude sitting on an orange couch with my face behind me recording a YouTube video. Like, what is even going on in this game? I don't know how many other games you can do this in, but anyway, yeah, as I said, it doesn't need to look stunning or totally realistic. It's a video game. What more do you expect? But now let's talk about the jokes and the acting.
I am Steve.
The jokes, you could tell that it was written for kids, and most of them were written for kids. And even the ones that were kind of hit or miss, depending on the joke. But actually, there was a surprising number of jokes that did land, and of course, all the memes, the weird way that Jack Black says "flint and steel" or "nether portal" or something. You know, all those memes that are going around everywhere. Those were, yeah, well, they're what they are, really. What really caught me off guard, though, is the number of not-so-PG jokes that were in the movie. Specifically, Jennifer Coolidge's character and Jack Black and, what's his name, Jason Momoa had a bunch of pretty weird scenes in it, but it was pretty funny, I think. So there were also a bunch of dad jokes in the movie, and that really, I think the humor was mostly pretty good. There were some that really didn't hit, but you could tell they were embracing it. So obviously they're not the jokes or usually associated with funny, but they were embracing the quirkiness of the world and embracing those funny or sometimes stupid sounding jokes, you know. I think that was pretty good. So overall, the acting also, you know, probably isn't the best acting any of them have done. There were some points, maybe it's just me because I heard some other people who thought the acting was fine, but some points were in the movie where maybe it felt a bit forced, but mostly I think the acting was actually pretty good. Now we have probably, I think, the worst part of the movie by far, and that is the story. Now, the story felt a little bit rushed and forced, I guess. It revolved around the classic stuck in a video game, try to get out sort of idea. There are some interesting subplots and storylines underneath, but really the main storyline, it kind of built up at some points and then just ruined the build-up, I guess. I don't know how to say it without spoiling. You'll know once you go watch the movie. You don't expect the crazy deep storylines with these movies, but and that's not an excuse. Just because it was a family fun friendly movie about a video game, you can't use that as an excuse for a bad story. So I just thought I'd point out the story isn't anything to go to the movie for. Also, for anyone who is going to go watch the movie, there is a post-credit scene right at the end that is pretty crucial if they ever do a sequel. So I think at least that's what they made it seem like, at least. So if you are going to go watch, stick around to the end to see that. And finally, we're going to end on the references, Easter eggs, and cameos. And I think this was done, really good. If you looked in the background, there were a whole bunch of crazy random Minecraft stuff going on. You could see all sorts of different items in the background that they didn't talk about. You could see in the village and stuff, you could see some of the NPCs moving around in funky ways like they would in a video game. I thought that was pretty funny, but I'm not going to talk too much. There are some cameos that you might want to look out for. I can't really say much else, otherwise I'm spoiling the movie, kind of, I guess. But yeah, overall I thought it was a fun movie. The cinema I went to was packed, almost sold out. I have not seen the cinema this full since COVID, and only a few times ever going to a cinema, at least around where I live, because the place I live isn't exactly the most densely populated area in the world. But yeah, it was almost fully booked, and I checked the other bookings, like the screenings are like a bit earlier and later. They were almost all sold out as well. It was incredible. Luckily, I got a quiet crowd, none of those crazy cheering you've seen in the all over social media and throwing popcorn or whatever. But there were a heap of kids around me, obviously with their parents, and they were having the time of their life watching the movie. You could hear them, not loudly, but I could definitely hear them talking about all the funky stuff that they recognize from the game. And yeah, I mean, I know some of the adults laughed a few times as well, so that was pretty cool. It shows that the movie's not just for the kids going to watch it, it's the parents as well, because you always got to remember, a kids movie is going to have parents watching it, because, you know, the kids can't go to the cinemas by themselves, can they? I thought it was fun. Very much would go watch it again if I got the chance. And I'm glad that there are more movies now that aren't taking themselves so seriously. I think it's lots of movies recently have been really serious, like the Marvel movies, for example, the MCU, and I don't know, all the other movies. There's not many just for fun movies, and I think that's really important, going to the cinema with a bunch of friends and just enjoying a movie. If you're a Minecraft enjoyer and seeing that you're watching this video, you probably are, and you're considering going to watch the Minecraft movie, I would absolutely 10 out of 10 recommend you go watch it in the cinemas. It is a film that is basically, you have to go see in the cinemas to get the full experience. It's a film for the experience, not the film, if that makes sense. If you're not a Minecraft fan, I don't know why you're watching this video. I thank you very much for sticking around to the end, but I mean, you can go watch it if you want. I don't know how much enjoyment you'll get out of it compared to if you did play Minecraft. As a movie for a general audience, I think it's a 4 or 5 out of 10. Nothing great, nothing horrible, if you get what I mean. You might have some fun just with the goofiness of the whole movie, but, you know, I'm not going to recommend or make you go watch it. Well, I can't make you go watch it. I'm not going to recommend you watch it that heavily. So, yeah, they're my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe. At the time of recording this, we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. You probably, if you're watching this slightly in the future, we probably hit 1,000 subscribers. I thank you all very much. Leave down in the comments what you thought of the Minecraft movie. I'll see you all in the next one.